now is we're going to look at some sugar work. I've already cooked this sugar just under caramel, okay, which, as you can start to see on there, is a little bit, if you like, it just starts to colour, okay. Can anyone tell me why possibly I might use a copper pan over stainless steel? It's good. It's easy to clean. You think so? Keeps the heat in it, which is one thing, something else. There's a word for it.
Yeah.
If I put something, it's basically, it's a good conductor of heat, okay? You get a more even temperature, you keep the heat into it, and it cooks it a lot quicker. Now this took me about 10 minutes to cook to caramel. Normally what happens with it is that on these stainless steel pans, you've got a really thick bottom to it, which is a good conductor, but obviously it's a bit different because copper is a better conductor than stainless steel. Okay? So what we're going to do here is you're going to, first of all, what you're looking for with this sort of mixture is that it's thick, and me by resting it and then warming it back up again allows it to still be, you can see, it's very, very thick. When it gets cooked, it's very, very thin once you've cooked it, and a lot of people, what they tend to do then is they tend to use it straight away from there. And what you get is you get big clumps when we're going to do some sort of fine work that you would normally be doing. Okay, so what we're going to do, or what you're going to do, what we could do with you, is look at doing some spun sugar. Okay, I won't suggest you do this all the time. Okay, but what you can do is, if it works, okay, it should start to set as it hits my hands, okay, which it's doing, okay, to a degree, okay. I wouldn't suggest you do this because the sugar sits about 180 degrees, okay, but because it's cool and you get the strands, like so, that's what spun sugar would be. Now, we would normally be using a whisk that has pretty much got all its ends cut off, and you have like a big thing coming out, and then you put it over a broom handle, and then you get nice fine shards of this sort of stuff. But that's what spun sugar is, if you like, in the sense of what you're going to do. And then that's probably what you'll get to do most of the time. And then what we're going to look to do is we're going to look to do some cooled sugar. Okay. So what we're going to do with that is we're actually going to put it onto the table and pull it. Okay, so we're going to, what you kind of, the same mixture that you'd make with toffee apple, and all I've put into here is, glucose, sugar, or granulated sugar, and a little bit of lemon juice. Now the lemon juice acts as an acid, so the acid in it helps it stabilise it. The glucose makes what this do. Does anyone know what it makes the sugar do if I put glucose into it? Makes it stretchy. If you think about a glucose bar, or is it Boost that has a big glucose syrup thing through it, that allows it to be stretchy, and obviously the sugar is what you put in your tea. And I always get fascinated in the sense of what you can make from sugar if you think about what you just put in your tea, yeah? And when I've done competitions and stuff, you see what people make out of sugar, it's just unbelievable, yeah? You can pretty much, make anything from it, and the best thing I think I've seen so far was a Swiss team made a Swiss Army knife out of sugar. It was compressed sugar, yeah, which was quite impressive. So, what we're going to do now, or what we're looking to do, is cool it down so that we can stretch it. Okay, so this has reached caramel, which is 180, 190 degrees. And then what you're trying to do now is, one, like me just then, not put your finger right in the centre of it. What I'm trying to do is fold it over so it starts to cool down all the way through. Now you can use, for you guys, you could use palette knives, so you can just keep on working it like so, and that way you wouldn't necessarily have to touch it. Once you get a little bit braver, you can then start to use your hand and knead it like a dough. Okay? And then after a while, what you need to start doing is you work yourself around your hands, and by the time you've finished, your hands are red raw. Okay? But no pain, no gain, as they say.
Yes, that.
I would suggest you do it straight away. Okay, when you first do it, make sure you stay clear of the sugar. Okay? But then what you do is you'll try to cool it down. At this point, you can start to make like sugar springs, which I'm sure Andrew or Dale showed you last year, where you take some sugar, you use something round, and then you can pretty much twist the sugar around it, and then if it decides to come off, which I don't think it will because it's plastic, you then got a sugar spring. Okay? So that's the process that you do with that. It's not the best spring I've ever made, but I think I'm still there. So you can see that it's like see-through sugar, yeah? That side. When you start to pull the sugar, what you start to find out is that sugar, this is just natural caramel colour, can start to change colour all the time. Okay? So what you do is you pull it. Does anybody want to come up and have a go at this? Do you want to come in front of him? Yeah? Okay? What you do is touch the sides, bring it forward like that, touch the sides, bring it forward, very careful because it's hot. Don't, it's too hot, don't do it. Okay? Is it hot? It's not that hot. Okay? Right, so you keep going. Keep working it, you start to see colours changing. Now at this stage, what you could do, have you still got a scissors yet? At this stage, if you wanted to, this would be where you could end up having two types of sugar, and what you could end up doing is cutting it, okay? And what you could do then is pull it out like that, get your other sugar there, put the two together. Okay, so we'll leave the bigger mat like so, and keep on pulling this one so it gets a different colour. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so when you get to this sort of stage, you can then pull it out. Same with this one. You pull it, you bring your other sugar to it, like so, if it's a different colour, so the two join, you see? And then what you do is you then pour the sugar to make a rope. Okay? And at this point you can snip that there, and you can keep pulling it, so you've got what you want, like so. And then, once you've got to that stage, we've taught a trick where it starts to pull down, you put it over your knee, like so, and what it does is it makes it have a bit more of a shine to it, but it also allows you to stretch it and mould it. What's wrong? And then what we do is we'll just leave that there to sit up. Don't give it away, Chef. Oh, you just spoiled it out for everyone there.
I didn't hear what it was.
Oh, that's good then. That's lucky. But everyone else over this side is bloody heard it. We're just giving that away. Right. So this now goes hard. And what you really want to try and do is pearl it, which I haven't been able to do because I was faffing around with that. Okay. And what we're going to do is you pearl it, and what it means is you pull it round, and you basically get all of the colour going through the whole thing. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to set this on an oven at a low temperature. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it on this mat, onto a tray, and then we can put it into there, just kind of melt it back down again. Okay? It's not ideal. Preferably, I'd like to have a lamp. We can get one of them.
Next year.
Next year when I'm not there. Okay, so that's sugar in a nutshell. Okay.